Hello everyone! Today I want to show you how to make buttonholes. I know that not everyone has a special sewing machine, so I've decided to show you how to make them without it. In the place where we live, it's the perfect weather for some light jackets now, so this technique is very useful. Natalie will help me today. You already know how to prepare an item for attaching buttons, fasteners and zippers. Today we'll show you how to make buttonholes. If you don't have a special equipment for making buttonholes, this technique would be very useful for you. I searched for an appropriate tutorial in the internet, and I couldn't find anything. You know that I don't like complicated techniques. So we'll show you the most simple way to make buttonholes. First, we need to draw a center front and make a spacing seam on it. A buttonhole should be placed accurately towards the center front. This is the piece of fabric I'm going to use to make facing for a buttonhole. The thing is that both facing fabric and interfacing fabric shouldn't stretch at least in one direction. Next, we need to cut two stripes, 2 cm wide each. We made one stripe, and now we need to fold it in half and iron. You should be very accurate. Natalie does it right away, but you can take it if you need to. Natalie cuts the stripe to make two parts of it. You should iron and press the details hard. These details should be 4 or 5 mm wide. Notice that Natalie drew the 3 lines, the center of the buttonhole and the 2 edges. The buttonhole is 1 cm wide. To be honest, it doesn't matter. Buttonholes can be a different size, bigger or smaller. It depends on fabric and design. I want you to understand the technique. This is the most important thing. Now we need to tack the 2 facings to the buttonhole. Next, we can go to a sewing machine. Natalie is stitching the facing to the item. The thing is that you shouldn't cross the limiting lines. Make very small stitches, about 2 mm wide. We made so many of such buttonholes in my fashion house. We haven't had a special machine. Next, we need to remove the tacking. Let's have a look at the wrong side. Here should be just two even, accurate lines. Now we can start cutting. We're cutting the center, but 1 centimeter away from the edge, we turn to the angles. This is not hard. Practice makes perfect. We need to turn the facing details to the wrong side. Let's have a look at the right side. Now we're stitching the angles we made when cutting the buttonhole to the facing. Have a look here. We need to stitch these small angles to the facing. We'll show you everything when we iron the buttonhole. Don't press fabric too hard. Let's check if the button fits in. It's always better to make a buttonhole a bit wider than the button. The buttonhole is too strong now because all the details are doubled. Natalie will cut all the extra pieces. Watch how Natalie works. She's an amazing tailor. Notice that she cuts just a lower layer. Very nice. There are still some things we need to do on the wrong side. Natalie makes a spacing seam around the buttonhole to make a cut in the second layer. We make spacing seams in order not to make mistakes. Make a cut on the center and then turn to the sides. Next, Natalie will turn the edges inside. You should be very accurate. Natalie is doing it without taking, but I think that it's better for you to do it. Natalie ironed the two edges. Now she'll sew them, and then she'll do the same thing with the next two edges. It's almost impossible to iron all the 4 edges at once. Don't hurry. Natalie is making an invisible seam. The seam should match the stitching. Notice how carefully Natalie presses the edges. After that, she'll make invisible seams. The buttonhole is ready. We need to iron it once again, both from the right and the wrong sides. Don't be afraid of pressing the details hard. You should do it. This is how the buttonhole looks like from the wrong and the right sides. This is a very useful technique. Such buttonholes would never break. This is a very useful tutorial for those who don't have special equipment for making buttonholes. Even if you do, it's better for you to know how to make such buttonholes too. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. We're Irina and Natalie. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, and share videos. Thank you. Goodbye.